On December 18, 2025, officers arrested a woman at a Target store on multiple counts of felony retail theft spanning nearly 3 months. 4 documented incidents. Over $1,900 in merchandise, all of it caught on store surveillance cameras. The footage is not dramatic. No chase, no weapon, no use of force. What it shows is something different: how serial retail theft cases are actually built.
Lindsay, stop.
Jesus! Hi!
Hello.
Hi, you're under arrest. Put your hands
Hi! Are you
stealing?
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
You're under arrest for like 5 counts of felony retail theft.
Excuse me?
For like 5 counts of felony retail theft.
How?
Merry Christmas.
You'll find out.
I'm really serious.
We will fill you up with details then.
Okay,
we'll tell you.
great.
Let's go to the office.
I mean,
We literally watched you on camera, so.
I for what exactly?
What's up, dude?
Can you guys
All right.
explain to me?
When's the mistake?
Exactly?
Yeah, we will.
Definitely.
Lindsay, do you have anything on you?
No.
Nothing on you? Okay. No pockets or anything?
No.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and have a seat for me.
The receipts
Here's the
should
deal,
be-
okay? You've been caught on camera since like September of this month doing the $500, the $300 skip scanning stuff all the time. It's all on video. It's all documented. Hold on. We will ask you the questions, do all that stuff after the fact. But at this point, there is like 5 cases of retail theft felony level. Okay. Is your ID in here?
If my wallet's in there, I don't know my wallet's in there. Are you gonna give me any other explanation?
Yeah. So we're gonna go out to the car where there's more cameras and more microphones. I'm gonna read you your rights in the car so you know what your rights are. And I'm gonna ask you if you want to talk about this whole thing, and I'm gonna tell you the details of every single case that I have on you,
Okay.
and the dates, the times, the totals, all that stuff. I'll even show you pictures and videos of you doing all this stuff.
Doing what?
It's called skip scanning. You scan one thing, put like 3 or more in a bag, and vice versa. So it's all on video. So we'll chat about it if you want to, and we'll go from there.
I need you to call my husband, and I actually don't want to chat.
And that's your right as well.
I'm not really sure what you.
I'll still fill you in with all the details.
You guys.
Okay.
I would have 0 reason to steal. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming if you
I
already
don't
know
know
who
that,
I am, and
Everyone has situations in their life. I don't know what your
but
life
my point
entails.
is, Okay. They were. I don't know what other receipts somebody else grabbed.
I know that's one from this morning, the 18th today. Yeah.
Well, there should have been a purchase one and then a return one.
This is the purchase from this morning.
There was a return.
Yeah,
when I
that
first
was
got
with the
here.
other stack of receipts.
What's the confusion?
So, so there was an incident this morning where I believe a similar thing just happened. I just haven't got those details yet to be able to confirm or deny what I'm being told by the staff here. That makes sense?
No.
You were here this morning.
Yes.
They said you stole stuff. I don't know what you stole yet, if anything. So I want to find that out first before I even ask you about
So
it.
this is based on.
Okay. Let's go take a seat in the car. We'll figure this whole thing out.
You're gonna bring my purse
Absolutely.
and my belongings
Yep, it's
that
good.
are all over the table.
Wherever you go, it's going to go with you.
How do I know you? You ready?
What's your name?
Last name?
R.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Her name's Sarah.
Yeah.
Used to work with her.
Okay.
I think you actually came to my house for a welfare check, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Nope.
Okay.
Walk these officers. Go.
Let's go to the car.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Can I explain to you that situation?
Sure, we'll figure this whole thing out. Don't worry. Let's just go sit in the car first, and we'll get this whole thing. We'll get parked over here. I'm gonna get you out of the rain first, but it's fucking nasty out here right
I
now.
have a question. When somebody calls and says, like, what?
I'm just gonna double lock because I'm sure it's tighter.
Because if you lean on them, they might get tighter on yours, but we don't want that to happen.
I mean, once I'm in, you can't take them off.
We'll get in trouble for that. That's all policy stuff. Okay. Hop in the car, take a seat. If you want to go in and figure out the rest of today's stuff,
Yeah.
You good? Okay. I'll chat with her. The keys in there. So.
Are you sure? Like, is Brittany doubting this at all? She's totally sure.
100%. Yeah.
Whole time I was sitting there, all I was thinking was like,
The officer corrected himself seconds into the arrest, initially saying felony assault, then correcting to felony retail theft. Small error. Immediately fixed. That, particularly if the subject claims the arrest was unlawful on its face. The probable cause threshold for a warrantless arrest is substantial evidence, not proof beyond a reasonable doubt, but enough to make a reasonable officer believe a crime occurred. The Supreme Court in Illinois v. Gates set the totality of circumstances standard in 1983. Here, multiple surveillance videos plus store personnel reports clear that bar decisively. The officer explained skip scanning clearly to the subject: one item scanned, multiple items placed into the bag simultaneously. That explanation on camera is smart. It establishes on the record that the officer understood exactly what conduct constituted the offense, not just that property left the store, but how. Before any questioning, the officer read Miranda. He framed it as being for her legal protection. That framing is not required, but it reflects something better than minimum compliance. Miranda v. Arizona in 1966 is clear. Rights must be administered before custodial interrogation begins. The sequence here was correct. The subject then said she did not want to talk. The officer acknowledged it immediately and moved on, which is exactly what Burgess v. Tompkins from 2010 requires. Once invoked, questioning must stop. The officer stopped. He continued to inform her of the charges, which is permissible. Informing is not interrogating. 3 of the 4 prior incidents exceeded $300 felony threshold. Under Illinois compiled statutes 720, 16-25. The October 23rd incident came to $386. November 3rd, $355. December 16th, $582. Today's incident added $587. One misdemeanor count. The approximately $120 incident sits below the felony threshold. The officer described the Lego observation precisely. Items placed in cart bypassed the register without scanning, exited the last point of sale. Crime complete. Courts have consistently held that intent to steal is inferred from conduct, not from a verbal admission. Passing the last point of sale with unpaid merchandise is enough.
Okay. Let me pull this up real quick and we'll go over this whole thing. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to read you your rights first before I ask you anything about anything, just to make sure you're legally protected.
Yep.
Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you all the details first, and then I'm going to ask you questions. You don't have to answer them. If you want to say, I'm done talking, we can just do that and do all that stuff. I'm going to start with the one on November 3rd, okay, at about 10:30 in the morning.
I mean, the dates and the times are not going to mean anything unless I'm looking at them.
That would have been a Monday morning, okay? There was an incident here where you were reported to be skip scanning, which means you have like a product in your hand and 2 products in this hand. You'll scan one and put the other 2 in a bag without even scanning them. That's what they classify as skip scanning here. And that supposedly happened multiple times, and it's all been caught on camera. And the total that you did not pay for that day is $355.
Are you?
That's exactly what the store has told us, word for word.
You have no idea like what these items. I mean, that's like
Yeah, I
a ton
do.
of money to not.
Yeah, I do.
Scan.
So that day was the Christmas tree day, when there was a Christmas tree in your cart the entire time, never got scanned, never got paid for, none of that stuff. There was a Wonder Shop branded item, I don't know what that is, and along with kids' clothing and women's clothing.
And you're telling me all of these things were not scanned,
Correct.
which means they weren't paid.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. So that was that incident.
I mean, you don't have to go through all of these if this is what they're all going to be like, because I, number one, have no way to know what you're, the days and the times and what was purchased when. So.
Okay. Do you ever remember buying a Christmas tree here?
No, I bought a Christmas tree at Hobby.
Okay. Do you ever remember maybe selecting one here and not paying for it?
No.
Okay. There was an incident on October 23rd when there were multiple things of PSD underwear taken. A Champion t-shirt, like the Champion brand t-shirt, and a Cat and Jack toy. Does that ring any bells to you? What do you say, sorry?
I have all of those things. Not paying for them or scanning them or whatever is being. Okay. I mean, yeah. There's no way for me to know what you're talking about or how.
Okay. So the total that day was $386. Okay. And there was one more. I'll go over it with you just so we can kind of attempt to get some kind of understanding of what we're having to do. So the 16th of this month, so 2 days ago, that was the biggest one. It was $582. Yeah. Which would have been on Tuesday of this week. It's Thursday right now.
Okay, and that many items is what?
Yep. There was facial cream, like a Peter Thomas branded facial cream. There were some Lemmy Gummies vitamins. Are you able to see like what my credit card actually paid for? So I cannot see that on the law enforcement side of things. There is a receipt that Target has that shows what you paid for and what you didn't pay for. That would be all something like would have to come out in court with Target's people and your attorney. They got to figure out, all that stuff. But that was when you showed up in the black BMW 2 days ago at around 9:30 in the morning. If that rings any bells at all.
Yes, I was here on that day. What you're saying, no.
Did you make any selections of like PJ clothing or anything like that? Like pajamas?
Yes, I did.
That's today's.
Today's at
5 something. 500 total.
Today? Oh, just now.
Just now.
Okay.
We're going to go inventory the car
Okay.
and look for properties to pay for it as well.
Okay.
Did you already explain anything?
I'm about to.
Okay.
We're driving the car. Okay. We'll touch on today's thing in a second. Being the fact that we now have enough probable cause to arrest you for multiple cases of retail theft, we're also going to be seizing your car. Okay? We are required to do that by department policy, county policy. So my partner and my other partner are going to go to your car, make sure nothing else illegal is inside of your car, inventory the whole car, and then it's going to get towed. Does that make sense?
And why exactly?
So, being that you're...
So when you go into my car and see that there's no inventory that they are accusing me of stealing,
Right.
you still tow my car?
Yep, right. So it's being seized, towed and seized because of your multiple retail theft cases. It doesn't matter if the property's there or not anymore. The fact that you're the owner of the car and your car was used...
Well, actually, I don't think I'm using the car, so...
Is it Ryan?
Pretty sure.
Okay. Well, nevertheless, the car that you brought here is the one that's going to be getting used, seized. If there is property in there that checks to one of these cases, it'll be then brought back into the store to be able to, put them together. But at this point, that's what's going to happen with your car. Do you still want to keep talking about these cases? We can touch on today's.
I mean, I'm not sure what you need from me.
Okay. So I will literally tell you what I was watching on the camera, and we all watched on the camera. When you were scanning stuff today at the self-checkout, you would have stuff in your left hand, scan something in your right hand, and then take everything together and put it in a bag. That literally happened. I watched it happen on the camera. We also watched you select the boxes of Lego toys, put them in the cart, and never actually scan them, ever. So that definitely happened too, but I watched it happen on camera.
Okay, there were 2 transactions.
Yeah, they watched you the entire time in the store. From the time that you picked up the Legos, just to talk about the Lego stuff, the time that you picked it up to the time you were met with us outside right here, the Legos went in the cart and never moved. They were always in the cart. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
The one box, that's because it doesn't fit the bag. I don't think either of the boxes, which is also why the Swiffer that was on the one receipt that I heard you call wasn't also in there.
So I can go over all these items that were not scanned.
I mean,
Because today, it's 587. It's the new highest total today. It's a bunch of health products. There's Coca-Cola. There's whatever mint it is. I don't know what that is. The Legos are both on here. I mean, we've all watched the videos. We've seen what's been happening.
okay.
I'm not trying to say you're a bad person or anything like that. I'm just trying to do my job. But from what I've seen, I have to make the arrest. I haven't got a choice. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's going to be 4 counts of retail theft, I think. At least 4 counts of retail theft. 3 out of the 4 are going to be felony level, which is over $300. 1 is going to be like $120, so that's a misdemeanor level. And
then what? I can fight all of this in court?
if that's what you choose to do, yeah, you can. Yeah. And that's where you can get your attorney, you can subpoena all the camera footage from Target, and the witnesses in Target who told us what to do, and how all this stuff was played out, and all that stuff. Any questions on all that? It might seem pretty overwhelming right now.
No, not really, because what I'm being accused of didn't happen. So it's not, I mean, it's overwhelming the fact that anyone can just be accused of this, but
It's not being accused, it's watching it happen.
Yeah, her door's locked.
So I have to get 51% to be able to arrest someone on a crime. So like, if it's below 50, I cannot arrest somebody for it, right? Just watching a crime happen. But if I literally watch, like this situation, the Legos go into the cart and never leave again and never get scanned, then you leave the last point of sale. That crime's been committed. I've watched it happen. You know, so that's 100% because it's happened. Okay.
The vehicle seizure is worth examining. Officers informed the subject her car would be towed, regardless of whether stolen merchandise was found inside. That is legally sound. Under South Dakota versus Opperman from 1976, law enforcement may inventory a vehicle being lawfully impounded. The vehicle was seized as an instrumentality of the crime, meaning the car itself was used to facilitate a pattern of theft. That is a distinct legal basis from evidence collection. The subject made a partial admission during the interview, confirming she was present on December 16th and that she selected pajama clothing that day. She made that statement before Miranda was read. Whether it is admissible depends on the exact moment custody attached a question for the defense to litigate. The officer receives an A-. The Miranda sequence was proper, rights invocation was honored immediately, and the charge explanation was accurate and thorough. The only deductions: the initial charge, misstating felony assault and occasional fennel, informal phrasing during a formal custodial interview. Neither is severe. Both are avoidable. The subject receives a D, not because she is necessarily guilty, that is for a court to determine, but because her decisions during this encounter were damaging. She spoke before Miranda was read. She gave vague answers that neither invoked her rights clearly, nor established any credible alternative account. The worst of both strategies. The one legally sound move she made, saying she did not want to talk, came after she had already made potentially incriminating statements. The lesson here is straightforward. The right to remain silent is only useful if it is exercised before speaking, not after. Requesting an attorney, not a spouse, not a friend, is the single most protective action available at the moment of arrest. It stops all questioning immediately. Pattern theft cases are built precisely this way. Multiple incidents documented over time, each one individually provable, collectively devastating in court. Surveillance systems at major retailers are more sophisticated than most people realize. Loss prevention teams are trained specifically to identify and document skip scanning. By the time an officer makes contact, the case is often already assembled. The body cam arrest is the last step, not the first. If there is a topic or interaction you would like us to analyze in a future video, leave it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to check out our second channel, Bodycam Case Analysis second channel, for more police interaction and courtroom content.